They looked broken. Now they're terrifying. You remember when the Los Angeles Lakers felt slow, confused, almost finished, like something just wasn't working, like every game had talent but no trust, no rhythm, no real identity, and people started whispering that maybe this team just wasn't built to win anymore. But then something strange started happening. Not loud, not instant, just small changes stacking quietly. One win, then another. Then suddenly it's 9 straight, and now everyone is looking again, but this time with a different feeling, because this doesn't look like luck, this looks like a shift. And the most surprising part is how it's happening, because instead of everything running through LeBron James like before, something new takes over, something slower but smarter. Luka Doncic begins controlling the game like a puzzle, walking the pace down, reading every defender, creating space where there is none. And now LeBron doesn't have to force anything. He moves freely, picks his spots, attacks when it matters, and suddenly the game feels easier for him. And that is where it gets dangerous, because when LeBron is not tired, when he is not carrying everything, he becomes something else, something sharper, something more efficient, and you can feel it building, especially in those tight moments where most teams panic, because this team does the opposite. They slow down, they think, they execute. And that's why their clutch record starts to look unreal, because while others rush, they stay calm, like they already know what is about to happen. And then comes the real proof, the games that should break you, the physical battles, the ugly nights, the moments where nothing is falling and everything feels heavy. And instead of collapsing, they survive, they adapt, they find a way. Like that stretch against Houston where every possession felt like a fight and still they controlled the outcome. And then, just when you think you understand them, they flip the script again, flying into Miami, and suddenly Luka Doncic explodes for 60. Not just points, but pure control, hitting shots that feel impossible, breaking the defense piece by piece. And now the question changes, because it is no longer can they win, it becomes how do you stop this? And that question gets louder with every game. Because now, even when things go wrong, when players look tired, when shots stop falling, they still find solutions. Like that gritty battle where nothing looked pretty, but the execution stayed sharp. Where coaching adjustments came at the perfect time, where one smart play turned into the winning moment, and suddenly you realize this team is not just talented, it is connected. Every role clearer, every decision sharper, every player understanding exactly what to do, and that is the part nobody expected. Because earlier this season it felt like pieces that didn't fit, but now it feels like a system, a machine that adapts to anything. And the deeper you watch, the more it starts to make sense. The chemistry is real now, the trust is real, and that changes everything. Because talent without trust breaks under pressure, but talent with trust becomes something else, something hard to stop, something that grows stronger when the game gets tighter. And that is why this run feels different from anything they showed before, because it is not just about winning games, it's about how they are winning them. Controlling pace, controlling moments, controlling emotions. And now the league is starting to notice, because teams that once looked down at them are now preparing differently, respecting the threat, adjusting their plans. And that's when you know the shift is real. And the timing makes it even more dangerous, because this is happening right before the biggest stage, right before the games where every mistake matters, where every weakness gets exposed. And instead of showing cracks, they are closing them, one by one, turning questions into strengths, turning doubt into belief. And now the final thought hits you, the one that changes everything. What if this is not just a good run? What if this is the version that was always supposed to exist, the one that finally figured itself out at the perfect time? And if that is true, then this is no longer just another team in the race. This is a problem, a real problem for anyone standing in their way. Because when a team learns how to win in chaos, when it masters the moments that decide everything, it becomes unpredictable, it becomes dangerous, and maybe that's the biggest twist of all. Because they didn't just fix their issues, they turned them into weapons, and now the same team people doubted is the one nobody wants to face.